Hello, friends, and welcome back to Movies, Munchies, and Moscato. I am Rhonda.
And I am Rochelle.
And we're just a couple of friends who love movies, television, and of course, wine. So that is something that interests you. Please stick around and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Now it's time for movie and TV news and pulp culture discussion. So first up, HBO Max has canceled Gossip Girl after 2 seasons. This was the reboot of the show from the early 2000s that had been out for 6 seasons, not 8, sorry, 6 seasons. But the new spinoff didn't do too well. Plus, HBO Max, as we know, did a whole chopping block where they were just like cutting things left and right, irritating me with some of their choices. So this is the latest. At this point, I guess we're only going to have House of the Dragon and Last of Us hanging in there, or Mayor of Easttown if they decide to bring that back. Although I believe that was supposed to be a one and done, but you never know. But that's just too bad.
Yes.
Starz has renewed Outlander for season 8, which will also be its last season. They are going to do a prequel series, though, based on a prequel set of books that go off Jamie Fraser's parents and how they met and fell in love and all that jazz. So if you're just into the Outlander itself, the lore and, the romance of it all, then you can maybe get invested in 2 new characters. I guess it's up to you. But so the upcoming 7th season is supposed to premiere this summer. And then next year we'll get the last season, season 8. So that'll be great. It'll close out the series. Universal Studios had a Madonna biopic that was in development, but it has now been scrapped due to Madonna is embarking on a worldwide tour.
Oh, brother.
She was supposed to direct the biopic about her life, and they actually had already cast Julia Gardner from Ozark as the singer.
Right.
I mean, they did like a whole month-long audition process. Then she had to do like a boot camp to dance and sing and stuff. All that just went out the window because she decided to do this tour, which is
my gosh, that's so Madonna.
I know, and it's like she just came off a tour. I get it wasn't worldwide, but she just did come off a tour not too long ago. I just think it's why, unless she really feels this is going to be. I mean, she is up there in age. Maybe this is her last chance to really do the thing. I don't know. It's weird to me. She should do a residency in Vegas.
Oh, that's
She's
true.
She's like a prime example of that's something that's good for someone.
I mean, gosh, she'd probably sell out all the time.
Right? Yeah. I guess it'd just be if she could sit still, like in one city like that for at least a couple months would be the thing.
Doesn't she still reside in Europe somewhere? Or she moved back here?
No, she moved back here. I think she's been back here for a while since her divorce, I believe.
Oh.
Because only her son was ever really entrenched in that world, since that's where his dad is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone else is like
Guy Ritchie, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everyone's like, California for me, New York for me.
Ugh.
So.
Well, there you have it then. Okay. All right, Madonna wannabe.
I know, right? Okay, so season 2 of Dr. Death has added Jack Davenport, Judy Reyes from Scrubs, and Anika Boras from Chicago Med, I believe. So the new season will follow Dr. Paolo Masserini, I think is how you pronounce his name, who will be played by Edgar Ramirez. So this is a surgeon known for his innovative operations that have been dubbed him the Miracle Man. So this season will mainly focus on his relationship with an investigative journalist played by Mandy Moore, who will uncover his machinations, basically. And yes, it's Mandy Moore from This Is Us, just so we're clear. I know there's lots of Mandy Moores in the world, but so this will be her follow-up to This Is Us, which is cool. Still never saw the first season of Dr. Death.
I know, so this is going to be a whole different doctor?
Yeah, each season, they're playing it like an anthology, so each season will be someone different.
Oh, wow. Well, that's cool, then.
So, yeah, I guess technically season 2 of the podcast it's based off actually followed... It was someone who was doing, it was someone who was giving cancer drugs to people who didn't really need them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw it.
They decided to skip that for some reason and go with the season 3 podcast, which was about
I see what you're saying.
About this doctor instead of following how the podcast goes. And it was just saying that they think it's probably because they like to just deal with a surgical aspect, keep going with that aspect.
Oh, I see.
Versus jumping to someone who's prescribing, cancer treatments to people who shouldn't be. So I'm guessing maybe season 3 will end up picking that up. But for now, I don't know. Do you know how many seasons of the podcast there are?
No.
Okay. So, but it sounds like they are at least trying to follow the basic guideline of the podcast and just do...
I didn't even know there was a podcast. I mean, I saw the first Dr. Death, and that was really good. But I feel like there was another documentary on
Now, I think there's been a documentary as well as on.
I was going to say he was
doctor.
giving them cancer drugs.
Oh,
On some doctor was giving him cancer drugs. I wonder if this is this. It's got to be the same one, probably.
oh, maybe. Maybe it was just someone else who did it versus because this will still be on Peacock.
Boy. All right.
But-
Well, I'll have to look into that because that is interesting. Anyway, I'll watch it.
Right, and I will eventually catch up and do the first season.
Yes, I can't believe you haven't done that yet.
I know. I forget about it, and then this pops up. I'm like, oh, that's right. There was a season 1 of that show. Movies and TV shows out this week. First, we have You People. This is a new movie out on Netflix starring Eddie Murphy, Nia Long, Lauren London, and Jonah Hill. So a new couple and their families reckon with modern love amid culture clashes, societal expectations, and generational differences. I did watch the trailer on this. It actually looks pretty funny. So I do like Eddie Murphy. I really am not a fan of Jonah Hill, but it
I'm not
seems
either.
like it works. It works because he does still seem goofy, and Lauren London, who's playing Eddie Murphy and Nia Long's kid that he's dating, it does look too good for him. But it's somehow the trailer between the two of them looks cute enough. It looks like it works. So
Okay.
I'm sure I'll check it out. Then we have Shrinking. This is a new series on Apple TV, starring Harrison Ford and Jason Segel. So a grieving therapist starts to break the rules by telling his clients exactly what he thinks. Jimmy has lost his wife and wants to try a new approach to his loss, but is unclear how this will help others. Watch the trailer on this too. This looks funny. And just so you know, it's Jason Segel who's the therapist, not Harrison Ford. I was thinking for sure Harrison Ford was the therapist. No, he's the client.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's cool. Harrison Ford's coming into TV, so that's cool.
I guess that's what happens when you start getting older and there aren't these big roles for you.
That's true. That is true. Then we have How I Met Your Father Season 2 on Hulu, starring a returning Hilary Duff, Francia Reza, and Chris Lowell. I never watched How I Met Your Mother either, so I don't really know anything about this series other than I think it's just obviously the opposite of How I Met Your Father now, in this case.
Right.
So
I
if
haven't
you're-
watched it either.
So if you're into that, Season 2 is now out. Then we have a new series on Paramount Plus called Wolf Pack. This stars Sarah Michelle Gellar of Buffy the Vampire Slayer fame, and then Rodrigo Santoro from Westworld. So a teenage boy and girl have their lives changed forever when a California wildfire awakens a terrifying supernatural creature.
Interesting.
I will watch this because, one, I do love both of them. I love Rodrigo and Sarah, and I love werewolves, so I'm there. I will watch it. All three things interest me, so I will definitely check that out. Then we have Teen Wolf. This is a movie on Paramount Plus starring Tyler Posey, Crystal Reed, Tyler Hoechlin, and Ian Bohen, who's now on Yellowstone. But this was a series I did watch, so I'll probably check this out. This is a continuing movie from the series that went off the air, I want to say 5 years ago about. So a terrifying evil has emerged and the wolves howl once again. Only a werewolf like Scott McCall can gather both new allies and reunite trusted friends to fight back against what could be the most powerful and deadliest enemy. The trailer gives nothing away on this. I don't know what it's about, but again, since I saw the series, I'll see where they are now in their adult lives.
Okay.
Continue and let you know what I thought. Then we have Poker Face. This is another new series. This is on Peacock and stars Natasha Lyonne, Adrian Brody, and Judith Light, along with a myriad of other guest stars. This is one of those series that's going to be like a weekly procedural where you're going to get guest stars each week. So Natasha is playing Charlie, who has an extraordinary ability to determine when someone is lying. She hits the road with her Plymouth Barracuda, and with every stop encounters a new cast of characters and strange crimes she cannot help but solve. This is from director and writer Ryan Johnson, who did the Knives Out and the Glass Onion movies.
Oh, no kidding.
So that alone makes me curious about it. So basically, it's a mystery every week. Like I said, with different.
So something different.
Yeah, something different each
that
week.
sounds good.
So yeah, I'll definitely check this out and see. And I think it's a cool someone who can determine when someone is lying. I guess you could say it's kind of like psych in a way. Yeah, except she's not pretending to be psychic. She's just like, hey, I just kind of tell when you're lying. So I think that's kind of cool. Then we have Shotgun Wedding. This is a new movie on Amazon, starring Jennifer Lopez, Josh Duhamel, Lenny Kravitz, and Jennifer Coolidge, one of our faves.
Yay!
So Darcy and Tom gather their families for a destination wedding, but the ceremony gets put on hold when a gunman takes everyone hostage.
Oh, no.
Now they must do everything they can to save their loved ones if they don't wind up killing each other first. I admit, watching the trailer, it didn't make me laugh. I think it might just be cute enough to hold my attention, entertaining, because it gives me like a Romancing the Stone kind of vibe with like they're going through the jungle and they're just trying to, find their way back to the wedding and save everybody. But I admit, the trailer didn't make me laugh. Jennifer Coolidge has some cute lines in the trailer. But...
Yeah. Well, she'll be the one to save them, you watch. Either shoot herself, something.
Right, that is probably what will happen. That's true. So I'll check it out. It just didn't grab me from what I've seen so far, but we shall see. So those are what has come out this week. So what we've been watching this week. So for me, I watched season 3 of Jack Ryan on Amazon, starring John Krakowski. Krasinski. Oh
Krasinski.
John Krasinski. And I'm going to tell you guys, this was a tough one for me to get through. I mean, it's only an 8 episode long season this year, and it dragged in parts. Some episodes were slow. The storyline to me was not that grabbing.
Yeah.
Like, I found myself sometimes honestly looking at like other things on my iPad for a minute, and it was fine. I didn't even get lost because it wasn't.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it was okay. It wasn't the best. I said season 2. So season 1 was great. Season 2 was okay, and then unfortunately season 3 is like, eh.
See, and I feel exactly like you, so I will probably not watch season 3.
So, I mean, I wanted to get through it because I'd started it, but yeah, it just wasn't the best. I've heard rumblings this will be the last. They're not going to renew it, so if it ended on a good note, I guess you could say, where he's not in peril or anything like that. So
okay, so you can wash your hands of it.
Right, so it's fine. It's just too bad because it started out so great. And
I know that is disappointing. I loved the first one. And again, like you said, it was the second season was okay. I didn't think it was great.
It just seemed all over the place. I don't even know why. And this one, I can honestly say it bugged me.
Was it a whole different story?
It was a whole different story, which is fine. It bugged me, though, because the whole point, I thought, was that this is a person who kind of got dragged into doing field work. And I feel like in this one, it was like, it wanted to be like, this is all he's been doing his whole life. It's like, no, you're an analyst, for hell's sake. And I felt like they were put in situations that didn't make sense for how the character started out. Like, he's like this lone wolf, like, you're Rambo. Like, you're not Rambo, though. It's like, and that was bugging me, that type of thing. So,
oh, gotcha.
So I'm like, yeah. So if I have to rate this season, I would honestly only give it like 2.5 wine corks. It just wasn't great. And then the only other thing I watched has been this new series called The Last of Us on HBO Max. It drops weekly, so I've seen the first 2 episodes. I am enjoying it so far. It's really good. I for the most part I do like most zombie things. So it's really interesting. The world, it has great. Like the world, it's just a really good, I guess that's cinematography, that's what you call it. It's a great cinematography. I love the stories so far. It's very interesting, it's cool that it's about a pandemic, but it is based off a video game that came out years ago, so it's cool to know in a way, it's like bringing World War stuff in it, even though at the time it wasn't a thing when the game came out.
Right.
So it's just, I just like the basics of it, and it is, like I said, based off a video game, which I've never played. But if knowing that the game is anything like that, it's like that has to be a pretty kick-ass game.
Well, it's really interesting too because it's all about this fungus, and it's not. So it's a bit different. It does remind me of The Walking Dead, ish, and I don't know anything about the game, but I do like it as well. But I loved The Walking Dead, so for me, it's got some, so that fungus is just crazy. But so far, so good.
It gets crazier and yuckier in episode 2.
Yeah, and I was actually looking for that, and it dropped. When did it drop? Yesterday?
On Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. So I was watching for it, and I think I was looking for it on Saturday because then I watched then I was looking for Mayor of Kingstown. Anyway, yay, now I can watch it tonight. But I like it too. So far, so good. So yeah,
good.
I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I'll keep going with it. So liking it so far. But yeah, that's all I've watched.
Yeah. Well, I've watched several jazz games along with.
That's what I figured.
Oh, did you now? Rhonda's watched talking to us.
Right.
So I've been watching The Last of Us as well, and I'm going to watch a second one tonight. But like I said, I really enjoy it. But the other one I'm so excited to have back is Mayor of Kingstown with Jeremy Renner. Oh, I hope that his accident, he's been released. He's got a lot of physical therapy ahead of him, but...
but yeah, I remember last time you were mentioning about that you thought he lost his leg. But
yeah, he didn't. They were talking about having to amputate it, but they didn't have to.
Yeah,
so
just a lot of.
I'm so glad.
A lot of broken bones.
Yeah, he had like 30 broken bones.
Crazy.
So anyway, so I'm sure the whole thing has been filmed, and let's hope because.
Oh, the whole series. Yeah, I'm sure it has.
And then he'll have time to recuperate and get better for the next one. Because
someone like him, when he is so busy, I'm sure they probably try to film the bulk of it or the entire thing because he probably initially had something else lined up, which probably got put on hold.
Right? Yeah.
So,
yeah. But I do know that Taylor Sheridan called him and was just super worried about him, and they had a great chat. So he's had a lot of good support, obviously. But man, it's just such a good show. So if any of you want to watch it, which I think maybe is why Yellowstone may have been put on hold because they put Mayor of Kingstown on. I don't know. It's in the same time slot.
Oh, I guess it's possible.
Well,
but
it didn't drop until Monday, so probably not. But maybe the reviews have been so good on this one that. I don't know why they can't just be going at the same time, but
right.
But Taylor Sheridan's really busy with all these things that he's got going.
That's true.
But anyway, I loved it. Love it, love it, love it. And that's it for me.
Oh, okay. Well, it's that time again. Another awards telecast is about to be upon us in March. It's the 2023 Oscar nominations. So we thought we'd go through the major categories and, of course, our usual predictions of who we think will win. So let's start first up with Best Picture. So we have All Quiet on the Western Front. Never heard of it. Avatar: The Way of Water. The Banshees of Inisherin. Is it Inisherin or
It's Inisherin.
Oh, Inisherin. Okay. Elvis. Everything Everywhere All at Once. The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. This is the largest categories they have with the most nominees. Ooh,
so they're predicting Everything Everywhere All at Once for Best Picture. Now, in my opinion, and I'm sure yours too, that's just stupid. But we are talking about, because you didn't care for it that much, right? Or you liked it, but you didn't.
Like how it got to basically the end of it, I just felt that things in the middle could have been taken out or just rearranged. It just kind of did a lot of hubbubaloo, I guess you could say, to get to where it got, because I liked the ending. So yes, I would not say this is the best picture. I just would not.
But because we are, talking about the Oscars,
right?
And, it could very well win.
I know. I'm gonna go with the long shot, which is Top Gun Maverick.
Oh,
I just am, because it was one of the better movies. I know it is the long shot here, but that's who I would want to win, and so I'm going to go with my want rather than what I think.
That's a good idea. Instead of trying to predict it,
I'm going to go in that one with that. Yeah,
I'm going to go with everything because I've got to win. Just kidding. Wouldn't it be something if it didn't, though? I mean, there's Elvis, and he won at the Golden Globes.
I do feel, and even though that's a movie I still need to watch, actually, too, I feel like the word of mouth on that is that, yes, the performance was great,
but the movie
overall wasn't that great.
I mean, Avatar was awesome, too. Or The Fabelmans. Is he going to win for Best Director again? Okay. Anyway, getting ahead of ourselves. I'm going to just go... I would love to see Maverick win.
Right?
That was so good. Or Avatar. That maybe he'll win for cinematography or something. I don't know. I have no idea. Adaptation. I don't know. But I'm going to go with, oh man. I'm going to go with Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Okay.
Ugh.
All right, final answer.
Yeah.
Then we have Best Director. So we have Martin McDonough for The Banshees of Inisherin, Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinhardt for Everything Everywhere All at Once, Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans, Todd Field for Tar, and Ruben Östlund for Triangle of Sadness.
I don't even know that movie. Do you?
No, I've never heard of Triangle of Sadness.
We need to watch these so we know what's going to go on.
Which FYI, Tar should be on Peacock. I want to say it's next weekend. So if you do want to watch Tar, that will be available to watch on Peacock next weekend.
I'm going to go with Steven Spielberg.
I know, he seems like the bet. Even though he's won so much, I would like someone else to get it. But out of all I've never seen the Banshees, but I'm going to say it's probably Steven as well.
Yeah, I think it's either going to be him or the Banshees of Inisherin.
Yeah. Okay, then we have Best Lead Actor. So we have Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for After Sun, that's another movie I've never heard of, and then Bill Nye for Living. Yet another movie I've never heard of.
Right.
So I feel this really is down to Austin or Brendan's. Mm-hmm. They're the two they're leading so far in this award season.
But Colin Farrell won in Golden Globes.
That's true, but and that was because they'd had him because the Golden Globes does comedy versus drama. Mm-hmm. That's how he ended up winning with Austin.
Oh.
Because Austin won dramatic, whereas Colin won in the funny category. And now obviously the Oscars only has one. So I'm honestly gonna go. Even though I haven't seen it, I feel like it's Brendan Fraser. I feel like Brendan is the one to beat in this case. That's who I'm going with.
Okay. Let's see. Why do I do this to myself? Okay. I'm gonna go with. Yeah, I think I will go with. I should just be different here. Okay. So Brendan Fraser won for the Critics' Choice.
Yes. And Austin got the Golden Globe, and then obviously Colin got the Golden Globe.
Yes, so. Right. You know what? I'm going to go with Colin.
Okay.
Ugh.
Never know.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Then we have Best Lead Actress. This will be Cate Blanchett for Tar, Ana de Armas for Blonde, Andrea Riseborough for To Leslie, Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans, and Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I am actually going to bank on Michelle Yeoh for this one.
I was going to say the same thing.
I feel like Ana de Armas was the surprise in here. When I saw it, I was like, wow, okay. Because that movie got so panned. But apparently, again, even though the movie may have been bad, she was good in the role. So
I did start watching that, but I never finished it.
Oh, did you? Mm-hmm. Okay. From what you saw, was she great?
Yeah, she was. She was good.
Then, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, so you're doing Michelle as well?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Then we have Best Supporting Actor. Brendan Gleeson for The Banshees of Inisherin. Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway. Judd Hirsch for The Fabelmans. Barry Keoghan for The Banshees of Inisherin. And Ki Hugh Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I have to just go with my guy, Ki Hugh Kwan. Even though I love Brian Tyree Henry, the fact that he was even nominated was awesome, but I feel like he is the long shot in this category, so I'm going to go with Key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Best Supporting Actor. Wow. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go with. I think I'm going to go with Brendan Gleeson, The Banshees of Inisherin. Okay. Although I think you're right, though, Ki Hugh Kwan. Just because, oh my gosh, it's up against so much. Mm-hmm. But I did love the Banshees of Inisherin, and he and Colin Farrell's relationship was just funny. It just was funny. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Brendan Gleeson then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, final answer.
Just remember, I still think it is going to be Ki Hugh Kwan.
Okay. Then we have Best Supporting Actress. We have Angela Bassett for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow for The Whale, Carrie Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Stephanie Husu for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Gotta give it to my girl Angela Bassett.
Yeah, I agree.
This is her category to shine in.
Yep, I agree.
So,
Even though I haven't seen it yet, and I want to see it.
so it's really good. I do think Stephanie from Everything Everywhere was also good. She played the daughter in that. She was pretty good too, but yeah, it's Angela's to beat. Then we have Best Original Song. So we have Applause from Tell It Like a Woman, Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick, Lift Me Up from Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Natu Natu from RRR, and This Is Life from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now, because it's already won so much, I mean, the betting would be Natu Natu from RRR, but I'm going to go with what I would prefer it to be, which is Lift Me Up from Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Oh, okay.
I know it's a long shot, but I just thought that's a good song. Even though I do like Hold My Hand as well from Top Gun Maverick, it's not the best one that Lady Gaga's ever done. So I'm still going to go with Lift Me Up.
And I'm going to go with Natu.
Okay. You probably are going to win. Let's sure
I
bet.
don't know. This is so weird. Okay.
Okay. Then we have Best Animated Feature Film. We have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots' The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red. I gotta go with, I feel like which is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Yep. That's what I'm going with.
I think they will get it, or they will get it. I think he will get it. Oh, and that is the last of them.
Oh.
So, those are our major categories.
Yep. There
So
we go.
will see. Sorry, I didn't write down the date of the show, but I believe it's March 15th or so. So we'll look forward to seeing how close we were. when it airs.
It's always so fun. It's like Christmas.
Right?
Did we win?
I know, exactly. My dad was shocked how many you got right when I told him.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I got 4. She got a whopping 11. He's like, what? I'm like, I know, right?
Yeah. Well, again, it's just watching these forever, knowing what the Academy likes. It's just so odd, but anyway.
It's crazy. All right. Now it's time for some movie trailer talk. So, first up we have Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, which will be out April 28th and stars Rachel McAdams, Kathy Bates, and newcomer Abby Ryder Forston as Margaret. So this looks so cute. It is based off the book from the 70s that if you are a woman, you surely did end up reading.
Yes.
Whether through school or through a parent giving you the book. And this looks so cute. I'm really glad they still kept it in the 70s. It just looks really cute. This is a cute coming of age story. Haven't seen Rachel McAdams in a while, and she's playing the mom, and Kathy Bates is playing her mom, so the grandma. And yeah, I just think it looks really
does.
cute.
It looks so cute, and it took me back because I did read that book and I loved it, and I'm glad that they stayed true to it. So
yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I would want to ask.
It looks so funny.
What was the song in the trailer? Because you're singing along to it, but I couldn't place it. What is it?
Oh yeah, and I just forgot what it was. Isn't that funny?
I figured it's probably something from the era, but I was like, I'm like, what song is this? And it was catchy, but I was like, I don't know who this is. You don't remember now, huh?
Isn't that the weirdest thing? I just plumb forgot.
Okay.
What it was.
Whatever comes back to you.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm curious. I have a feeling that the whole soundtrack's probably gonna be snappy, but we'll see. And then Scream 6. We did the teaser trailer about a month ago, but now this is a full-length trailer. This will be out March 10th and stars returning Melissa Barrera, Jenny Ortega, Courtney Cox, and Hayden Panettiere, making her acting comeback after a long absence. So this does look like a very different Scream than we've seen before. It's set in New York. It has a way more, to me, sinister tone than previous ones.
Yes.
It starts out with the two sisters are running into a convenience store, and Ghostface follows them in there and is not afraid to just keep coming at him, even though there's people in the store. He's like, he's pushing them out of the way. He's shooting them. He's knocking them out. He doesn't care. He needs to get to those two ladies. It's very interesting. Whereas previous Ghostfaces were pretty literal about they seem to only attack when no one else was around. But this one doesn't care.
I know,
Doesn't
and
matter.
I was like, "What is happening?"
Yeah, this
you
one
know,
doesn't care.
and his mask is even different. So
Yes, that's true. It does. It is
it's got
different.
like blood, like veins through it is what it kind of looks like to me.
Right? Yeah, that's true. And there's a scene where it was like they walk into like a shrine, which my first thought when I saw it was like, who is this person who took the time to like get memorabilia from these kills and put them in a freaking
I
and put them in a freaking shrine. Anyway, so I'm on board. I mean, as you know, I've seen them all, so of course I'm on board. But yeah, it does actually look pretty good. So I will definitely be there in March to see this.
I would like to see it
I'm just putting
too.
out her prediction now. I think Courtney Cox's character Gail Weathers will bite the dust in this one. I'm just putting it out there.
It's too bad that Neve Campbell couldn't come back, or why she, they
I
just
know,
don't pay me enough. I don't know.
just wish it just seems and from my understanding, it's like as per usual, I guess most of the time it is that she was comparing it to what the others that are males in it were getting, and she's like, what the hell? Like, why am I not getting the same at least amount as they are? Which is true. When you're someone who's been in it the whole time, you can at least pay me the same, not less than. It is kind of, in my opinion, backwards.
Right. No, I agree. Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's too bad, but
But I am excited to see both of them because I'm totally on board with these two.
yeah, these are two good options coming out this year. I feel like this is gonna be a good year for movies.
I think so. I think you're
don't know
right.
what's happening, but it just seems like it. It's like everything's, come up roses for this. I'm just looking so forward to it.
Yes, I agree. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Thanks so much for listening. We had fun as usual, and we hope you enjoyed it as well. Now, we won't be doing an episode for next week because Rhonda is going on vacation, or a little trip, I should say.
We'll be watching Vacation.
Yes. Well, maybe you could buy something. It'll make you feel better. So anyway, please give us a review or comment because it really does help us out. And you can follow us on Instagram at movies_munchies_moscato. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging.
Thank you, guys.